Hey everyone, it's Fitz with your Selection Sunday Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. We have the brackets. I have them right here in my sweaty little palm. But let's talk about Kansas State and GoPowercat. We'll be covering it live in Greensboro. I will be here in the studio. Our Zach Carlson and Ryan Gilbert are headed off to the road and maybe never coming back. We're going to send them to Greensboro and hopefully up the road to New York City if Kansas State can advance out of that pod. And it's a pretty tough pod for Kansas State because if they can get past Montana State in that first round game, they will be moving on to, in all likelihood, play Kentucky in the second round. 2018 called Kentucky would like its revenge for losing to K-State in that Sweet 16 as K-State lost in the Elite Eight that year in a really nice run for Bruce Weber's program. But if Kansas State wants to get to a regional round, as they did in 2018, they're going to have to get through Greensboro with 2 wins and move on to the East Regional in New York City. That's right. It's not convenient for fans, but boy, is it great for this basketball team. There are 4 Kansas State players on this roster in the regular rotation and starting lineup that hail from New York. Of course, you got Marquise Noel, you got Ish Massoud, the 2 guys that returned are in that group. Naquan Tomlin and Tyke Green are the other 2. It could be a homecoming of sorts if K-State can survive the Bobcats of Montana State and the Wildcats of Kentucky. What a mess that is. And get to New York City. Could be pretty cool because Purdue is the #1 seed in New York City. And if you ask me, that is the weakest of the #1 seeds. Duke is in this bracket also. A lot of really good teams, a lot of storied programs, including Kansas State. And a reminder that Kansas State comes in at a school that has at 8 Elite Eights, or is it 9 now? It's the 25th best in basketball history. And there is going to be a lot of talk about K-State being overseeded. Don't buy into it. Kansas State deserved this 3 seed. They earned it. And remind people that Kansas, Texas, and Baylor, all from the Big 12, are seeded above Kansas State. Kansas State was actually the 11th seed in the tournament, putting them on the 3 line. And K-State is 4-2 against those Big 12 teams above the Wildcats in this field of 68. Here we go. Kansas State will play Friday. If they win, they would play Sunday and then move on to New York City. Of course, the tournament starts with the first 4 on Tuesday and the regular bracket. The real 64 starts on Thursday. We'll have a bunch of coverage coming from GoPowercat, and we might even be doing some lives since I'm going to be in the studio. Stay tuned for that.